Mukbang!
Welcome. Here with us today, we have, introduce yourself.
My name is STORYARXH, also known as Loquez.
My name's also Loquez. That's pretty crazy. And today we're going to be eating a lot of food because this is a mukbang. So the first thing we're going to be eating today is this jello.
A traditional Croatian recipe.
It's a traditional Croatian recipe. So it's from Croatia. And
Looks good.
yeah, it's pretty sick. It's like water mixed with gelatin with salad dressing on top.
And traditional Croatian spices.
In the salad dressing.
In the salad dressing.
In the salad dressing.
If you take a smell,
Yeah.
it smells a little like something's rotting. That's kind of like blue cheese. It's got a blue cheese thing going on.
Sounds good.
So it's time for us to unveil some more food. I call these hot dog accordions. Wee, 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 wee. It's like an accordion made out of hot dog.
That's good.
Yeah. And you kind of have to eat them like one at a time, like one accordion at a time. Then these ones are called bread stuffies. We can just like dig in whenever we want. These guys have cheese and ham inside of them, and then also salt.
Always going right in.
They hit the spot pretty well.
Now let's see what else T-Bone has cooked up for us today. Why don't we? This is found only in one location in the world, exported from the mountains of Algeria.
It's like a crepe, but instead of the crepe, we just use scrambled egg.
It's delectable. Truly a delicacy.
If I may ask, what's inside?
We've got Russian farmer's cheese and raisins. So if you've ever had a blintz, it's like a blintz but evil.
It's blintz inspired. It's a demonic blintz. Now,
this is actually crazy.
it is.
You've got to have a bite.
It turns the most composed men insane. Now, Lucas.
Yeah.
Tell me, what got you into making music?
I've always wanted to make music since I was younger. I started to see more and more artists just.
And which artists
making
inspired
music.
you, Lucas?
I have a few actually. I got Young Lean, B.O.P. Kosher, Juice WRLD, Lil Skies, and The Kid Leroy, and Cemetery.
Thank you.
Of course.
Now, your musical inspirations, who put you onto them? Anybody you can credit?
I definitely can. So, Cemetery, I have to shout out to my friend Archer. He makes my beats sometimes. B.O.P. Kosher, just started seeing him more online. Young Lean has to go to my brother. The Kid Leroy, me, because I also found him online. Lil Skies, me. And Juice WRLD, me.
Would you say you're partially responsible for Juice WRLD's commercial success?
I think that Juice WRLD's commercial success is like a skyscraper.
So here we have a traditional dish from the lakes of Idaho. It's
tea.
Before.
It's.
Can I try one?
Mm-hmm, totally.
Go ahead.
Feast your appetite.
Explain this.
Think about if you could carry tea anywhere without it getting cold. You can carry tea wherever you want. You can carry any liquid you want, and when you take it out, it'll be the exact same temperature. That's what this thermos here is capable of doing. I bring it on hikes. I put in some hot mayonnaise when I leave on the hike. And then halfway through, I'm running low on mayonnaise supplies. So I sit down and I start drinking it. And it's still piping hot. This thermos is incredible. Why don't you have a drink of what's inside? You can also drink it with a spoon. I actually just found out that you can do that with tea the other week. You can drink it like a soup.
So, STORYARXH, please tell me,
Yes.
what car do you drive?
No car. Yet.
No car.
Soon. To be a car driver. But not yet. I like cars though.
You like cars? Which cars do you like?
I like Hummers. I like Hummers.
I like Hummers as well. It reminds me of my experiences with bullying in high school. I was severely harassed by
Why don't you show that to the camera?
multiple
So to the
students.
camera. This here is soup.
No, it's actually tea.
Tea. This here's tea. Tea. In a cottage cheese container.
So cottage cheese containers are actually quite durable because they need to hold all the cottage cheese inside of them. Anyway,
Should I go?
If you've ever heard of Plum Corp Records, this extremely influential rap billionaire, Randall Symes, a couple weeks ago, he said that Bugatti and McLaren are lame. What do you think of that?
I have a hot take on cars. And Bugattis, I think they're just extremely expensive. Yeah, they have really cool details to them. McLarens, I also think are really cool, but I think what is most necessary for when you drive a car is just getting like a car for every single season that you can go in, so it's more durable. I think put your money on the more stuff you actually need.
Yeah, the Crocs shoes are often advertised as the family shoe, like the shoe for the whole entire family.
Of course.
The McLaren is not the Croc of the car world. You're right.
I would assume. Yeah. That's pretty cool, man.
Now, Lucas, tell me. I want you to recount your life story for me. Give me the big experiences.
Bigger experiences. Well, growing up, first of all, I lived in the Cape and Brookline as well.
How do you live in two places at once?
Oh, it's hard to do so, but I managed.
That's what I thought.
Exactly. But, I have a brother and a half-brother, and my brother, which is on my mom's side, lives with... Nope. My brother, which is on my mom's side, he makes beats a lot. And he's setting out to do his own exploring through music and everything through beats. And this music I enjoy a lot. Making it I enjoy because I always have such an amazing and fun time doing so. And as I started to grow up, I started to listen to more and more music and see more and more identities through this music. And it got me thinking so much, like, what if I try to make music as well?
Mm-hmm.
So then I started thinking, I'm like, okay.
I'd like you to describe some of the identities that you've discovered through your music.
There's so many different, like, people in it. There's so many. And what I mean by that is that there's so many different personalities. And these personalities range. It's just a big career through all, and lots of people can. I really love how lots of people can
Can you pass
explore
me a
their own
spoon?
music.
Of course.
I really love how lots of people can explore their own music and like not be
Name
ashamed.
one of your identities that you discovered through your music.
Myself.
Mm-hmm.
Myself. I discovered myself in making this type of music that I really like, and which I enjoy. By far.
Oh, that went on for a little longer than we had planned.
Yeah, do you have any
So we're probably gonna have to like rush this from here on out.
do you have any questions to ask us, Lucas?
What do you guys like about music?
I'm gonna go with the lyricism, me personally. I believe it was Lucas who said, "He who hath not experience
Has not experienced.
He's not experienced.
I'm kind of on the opposite side of the spectrum. I don't really believe that music has any value. I don't really listen to or like music. But one time I listened to a song that I really liked. The only song I ever listened to is the Nightcore remix of Money Trees by Kendrick Lamar.
What did you like about that song?
When I listen to it on 3 times speed, I start flopping around like a worm on the floor. It makes me feel like a fish.
I can agree with Tamara on this one. I believe Lucas' music also invokes animalistic tendencies within the listener. I felt as if I were a boar witnessing rain after a drought.
But for me, Lucas's music is like every song other than Nightcore remix Kendrick Lamar Money Trees. It doesn't really have any value, and it brings me no joy.
You know what I like about that? And also people are afraid to show it, and which is perfectly okay. But also, different artists would get upset about like opinions, and which that's perfectly okay because that's like what they think, right? But whenever I hear someone say, "Oh, your music isn't good," I don't like that. I'm like, perfectly okay because that is your opinion. You know, you can have whatever type of music taste you want to listen to. If you don't even like music at all, if you say right to my face, "I don't like your music," perfectly okay. Because that just shows me that you actually have opinions, and that you are saying what you feel about music. You're saying what you feel about yourself, and that is what I like. Just like complete honesty all over.
Yeah. Lucas, $4,000 or dinner with Nightcore Kendrick Lamar.
Ooh.
He speaks on 2 times speed and pitched up because it's Nightcore.
I think for the experience, Nightcore
Kendrick.
I feel like right now it's as if you're having dinner with Nightcore Kendrick Lamar.
I actually might be.
You might be.
Like, who's sitting in that seat?
Nightcore.
The camera can't see who's sitting in that seat. I'll tell you, audience, right now, it's Nightcore Kendrick Lamar.
Lucas, who would you like? Lucas, who would you most like to collaborate on a song with?
There's so many artists out there. Can I choose like top 3? Or
No.
Or one? One? Just straight one?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. That would honestly have to go to B.O.P. Kosher. Because I just always loved, and I'm also Jewish. So just like collaborating with him, I think would also be fun because he's also known to be an extremely nice human. So I think we would get along and actually do good music together. But all the artists I named at the beginning, saying like they're my inspiration, I would die to make a song with them. But obviously Tact as well. But yeah, B.O.P. Kosher, 100%.
Ollie, do you like the egg grape?
I feel nothing.
I actually kind of want to try it.
It has decimated my soul. Utensils are for cutting, not for eating.
That was so good.
A different fork.
That was so good.
Thank you.
One of these guys?
Totally.
I'll go right in.
Gorge yourself.
Said eat it one by one?
That's kind of the rule. I think like someone up there gets angry if you eat 2 of them.
Someone up there.
I knew this would go crazy.
I knew this would go crazy. Now this is good. I love music. And I love myself. 100%.
Would you say that you are music?
I'm not Playboy Cardi yet. But he's a good artist.
What's your process of transformation for becoming Playboy Cardi?
And how many years will it take you?
Definitely first gotta become music. 2024, music. Yep.
Sorry, I thought I saw a squirrel.
I'd like to ask, where did your monikers come from?
I'm a little slow. What does that word mean?
Like your alternate names.
Alternate names. Wow. So Loquez came from, it's actually a really goofy story. In 2019, I was playing on my Xbox, and I thought to myself, I was like, you know what? What if I create a try-hard name for myself on Roblox? And I thought Loquez, I was bouncing up and down in my room going like, yippee!
I actually have a try-hard name as well. If you can find me on Xbox, Evil Fluttershy MLP 2900.
I haven't heard MLP in a while.
It stands for Major League Players.
Yeah. It's a cool like name.
Yeah.
But, do you want to
Benjamin,
know...
do I have permission to consume this dish?
Of course.
Have you had any?
I left it sanctified because it would be rude to eat any before I gave you guys the opportunity to have some.
That was so good.
Yeah, thanks. How is it? Is it sublime?
Have another one?
How do you feel? Yeah, of course. How do you feel about the quiche?
I feel as if I am transported back to Croatia, eating my grandmother's recipe, and yet there's a insurmountable emptiness within me.
It's because we put radium in the water.
If you guys had to choose what type of style you guys would work on, what would it be?
Nightcore.
Cool. Kendrick Lamar? Money Trees?
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Hopefully.
Would you ever be
Hungarian funk.
Hungarian?
This is good.
Ollie.
Lucas, STORYARXH. How much for a feature?
Free.
Free features.
Free features because I give everyone a chance to become who they are. And I want everyone to feel happy because starting off for me, like, I just wanted to make this music, show everyone what kind of music I can make and just be happy while doing it. So, I think, yeah, free. If you want, you give me that 1 cent.
Big 40s. No bread. You know it's 9:20. I'm ready to go to bed. What? What's that? Yeah, big 40s. 9:20. 9:20. I'm ready to go to bed. It's getting late. I'm sleepy.
It's the sound when I lay on my bed.
Don't know when I'm freaky. I'm freaky all the time.
All the time. I hit the climb.
Big 40s. Yeah. I love radium. In my stadium.
Put it in my cranium.
We've got chemistry.
Yeah, we do.
I was talking about me and Ollie.
Oh. Yeah.
Now, with the three of us being Jewish, can I ask, is there any religious inspiration to your music?
BOP kosher.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. By far, BOP kosher.
Do
you know Drake is Jewish, though?
Whoa.
I think so.
Do you keep kosher, Lucas?
Well, he's eating a ham and cheese.
Sadly, no.
Mm.
I'm also eating
I'm
ham
bad.
and cheese. I think I've just exposed myself.
Am I already canceled?
I don't know. I put a bunch of salt in these, but you can't really taste it. Mm. Have you ever entertained thoughts of like, maybe I'm the second coming of Christ? Have you ever thought about that?
What if it's true?
Exactly.
I feel like it could be true if you like really put your mind to it.
Mm-hmm. So how are you supposed to know unless you like try to start like a movement that says you're the, you know?
Oh yeah. Did I mention that this was good?
No.
No, this is good. How's your guys' day?
Pretty good. I wake up at 4 and I go outside onto my roof. And
I'm wondering, what album, Lucas, what album would you rather have a feature on out of any of them?
What album? Well, by far, if there was just one album I had to choose, it would probably be Unbothered by Little Skies. Unbothered by Little Skies.
Do you feel unbothered by Little Skies?
I feel like he's in my room all the time.
So a lot of people on Twitter have been talking about how they see jets go by and they see the white trails that the jets leave behind, and then the sky starts getting milkier. Do you think there's some kind of government operation to make the skies turn grayer instead of blue?
I think they're using real milk.
So there's no connection with the oat milk lobbyists?
Sure, answer is milk. Milk.
I'm pretty much out of questions. How about you, Ali?
I'm never out of questions.
I like that. I like that.
Are you out of questions, Lucas?
I'm a man of my mind. My mind works every day, comes up with questions every day, and I overthink every day. So, probably not. But who knows?
Brian, would you like to try some of this?
Would I? Do you guys mind if I eat with my hands?
Go right ahead. Because guess what?
What part of eat with my hands did you not understand?
It's the traditional utensil.
Mm-hmm. That tastes like water, gelatin, and dressing.
Speaking of dressing! Speaking of dressing.
I like dressing.
Lucas.
Yeah.
Would you say you're dressing?
I would say I'm dressing right now.
What are you dressing in?
I'm dressing in True Religion. True Religion shirt and True Religion pants.
What do you think is the true religion, Lucas?
I think the true religion is whatever your mind thinks of. Whatever you come to.
Mm-hmm.
Speak your truth. Speak your truth without saying anything awfully bad. Speak your truth in actually a good way.
Mm-hmm.
And make music and have fun. Just don't go off the lines. Like these sausages, haha. Yeah. Let's try some of this more bread soup.
Want to know the story behind the tea?
I do.
John Harvey Graham. He was a great man with a greater diet. He preached overstimulation theory. He believed that all ailments came from too much stimulation coming into our body. And this is no cap. So he believed that we needed to limit our diet to the smallest number of things possible. He believed that even a thimble of alcohol could cause a number of diseases in the body because of overstimulation. That's just milk with nuts in it.
It's called Yummy Yummy Dessert Chatter.
May I try the milk with nuts?
Yeah, totally.
Should I use the spoon?
I think so.
I believe you should.
Let me try the milk with nuts.
So
God shall allow it.
So he believed that the only acceptable drink other than room temperature water, I know you're expecting it's just milk and nuts.
I like the milk and nut part.
Thanks.
As well as the milk part.
I'd like you to identify.
So wait, I'm not done.
I'd like you to
So
identify.
he believed
three
that the
of
only
nuts
beverage,
used.
the only
Okay.
beverage that was acceptable other than water.
Cashews.
Okay, that's one.
That one?
And then there's one more.
Is that hazelnut?
No.
Gosh.
It's walnuts.
Well,
But he believed that the only other acceptable drink was toast water, which was literally just toast soaked in water. And I'm a big fan of John Harvey Graham. I think he had a lot of good ideas.
would you say the name John is a reference to my song John Kramer?
I'd never thought about that.
Or a reference to John Kramer from the series Saw. I love Saw.
Story arc.
Your song came first, right?
On John Kramer, you introduced the revolutionary idea that time, space, matter, and energy are all relative to one another. Now, many have argued that Einstein had copied your idea in your song John Kramer, which recordings can be found dates back to 1824. How would you like to respond to these allegations, and what would you like to say to Mr. Einstein?
He's a smart man, but I think we can work together on something. We can come together to agree to an agreement that it could be my song, but who knows? Who knows if this isn't mine? Who knows? John Kramer. Inspo from Lar. I like that one.
What's your favorite lyric you've written?
Favorite lyric I've written? There's a lot. I can't remember all of them. Well, I can when I sing them. But there's one that was talked about before. Who said who to who? In a fast pace. I like that. But it's nice. Or let me actually...
Sing for us, Lucas.
Sing for you?
Sing for us.
What should I sing?
Sing.
Is Ollie gonna lay down a beat?
Let me. Okay. Far from above, in my pain, see my own blood in the rain. Taking this medication, numb the pain. Never gave a fudge what they think. Take time, end it fast. Hold on, don't move, test. See you, calling fetch. I'm sipping the walking, I'm walking your block.
Which NBA player would win against you in a fight?
Let me know you'd be all but one.
Stephen Curry.
How would Stephen Curry beat you in a fight?
He's tall. He also has some moves like Jagger.
So, because he's so tall, you don't think that would work against him? Because if he got down really low to the floor, he'd have to bend all the way over to get at you.
I feel like
Would you not sweep the legs, Lucas?
I would sweep his mind with valuable lyrics.
He'd still defeat you, though.
But in the end, I'll teach him a lesson.
Now, who's going to eat the last ham stuffy?
I actually deliberately only made 5 as a social experiment.
You want him to do the honors? I'll try one of these sausages.
Oh, interesting technique.
How do you guys feel about kids riding their bikes?
In my opinion, when the government says that they turn off the water in the water fountains during the winter because the pipes will freeze if they don't, they're lying. And it's a psyop to try and combine the deprivation of water with the bitter cold of winter, which is also probably manufactured by the government, to control the squirrel population.
So, you like squirrels? Or you hate them?
It's more like I like squirrels, but when I see one, I always chase after them.
I've had an emotion for the first time.
What was it?
I don't know. So, Lucas, tell me.
Yeah?
How has your childhood impacted your artistry?
I make lots of references in my songs from my childhood. Like, I'm not your father, but I'm Lukey too. That's a reference to Star Wars and my dad. For when Darth Vader says, I'm your father, my dad named me Lucas just so he can say, Luke, I am your father.
Really?
Yeah. It was like a 2 and 2 thing. It's like, Star Wars. Can I scream to let emotion out?
It's a public space, Lucas. Have some decorum.
Filthy.
I'm gonna name my firstborn child Andri, so that I can go, their name is Andri. So it sounds like I'm saying their name, Miss Andri, which doesn't really make any sense. So I'll go like, their name, Miss Andri. And then the nurses will be like, "Sir, what are you talking about?" And then I'll give them a coy smile. And yeah.
I want my
Lucas,
kid.
what are your opinions on Miss Andrew?
The name?
Yeah, sure.
The name? I'm gonna go with that one. It's cool. I want my kid to be named after the night court of money trees.
What will you name your child?
Wait, it could be like an acronym. Kendrick, so KL.
Kramar.
Nightcore remix. So,
Patrick Moore.
Culinary. Oh wait, I forgot money trees. Climutner. That goes hard.
Don't we all?
That's right. That's a valid point. Don't we all? Don't we all go hard nowadays? I know someone who does.
Who? Kendrick Lamar?
Kendrick. So, if you had to use a sentence, what would you think of it? I'd just be rocking in my rocker jeans.
I just be rocking my rock. Like, in what scenario would I use that sentence?
You're walking around rocking in your rocker jeans.
Yeah, I mean, I probably would use that sentence if I was wearing my rocker jeans. But I might change it a little to make it more badass. Like, what's the original sentence? It's like, I'm just walking around in my rocker jeans.
I'm just rocking in my rocker jeans.
I'm just rocking in my rocker
I'd just be
jeans.
rocking in my rocker jeans.
How about this? How about this? I'm just rocking Evil Skull 9000 in my rocker jeans.
It's tough. Wanna know why I said that?
What?
Cemetery.
I don't really listen to much music, so I don't know who that is.
You okay?
Whoa. 40 minutes of footage. Time flies when you're having fun.
You know what else flies?
When it's having fun?
Your life. So you gotta act quick and enjoy it when it lasts.
Oh yeah.
I'm maybe not smart, but I'm smart in my own ways.
Lucas, how often do you meditate?
Not at all. Kind of found my own ways to calm myself down and be at peace. Those ways are music.
Personally, I find peace through a DUI lawsuit recreation.
Like live action role play?
Exactly.
I never find peace. The closest I get to peace is when I get to write music reviews of music I haven't listened to because I hate music.
Kaboom! That's right.
What was that? Did you hear something?
Bias, what are your opinions on Oklahoma Senator Mac Argyle's net shadow policy? As a confectioner of the product yourself.
That man's a joke. I'm laughing because that man's a joke. He really thinks he can control the nut chowder trade. He's kidding himself.
They thought they could
And he's
control
kidding
me.
his whole family. They thought they
Aren't you
could control
kidding
me. Not even you can control me, Macintosh.
I have inspo from Laura.
From Lar. Hit me.
Inspo from Lar is short for inspo from Leroy.
From Leroy.
Which is my
Explain
song.
who Inspo from Law is.
Inspo from Lar, the name is based off the artist, the Kid Leroy. That's why I named it, because I had a ton of inspiration from him. He made me inspired to make that song, which is my first release.
Do you think it was your best release? Give us a tier list of all your songs in your opinion.
There's only 2 out, but I have many unreleased. My personal favorite, obviously John Kramer, is definitely a hit. By far. But,
The part of John Kramer where you explained the theory of relativity really blew me away. To this day, it's still amazing.
thank you.
One of the greatest scientific discoveries of our lifetime.
There is one song coming up called Loyalty.
Loyalty to what?
It's about a song of being loyal and unloyal. I've had trouble in the past with relationships where I have gotten cheated on.
Mm-hmm.
So this song is about being loyal and the unloyal people surrounding you. It is a rock song, but for basically the whole song, I kind of freestyled it. Almost, right?
Yeah.
And so it's one of my first rock songs I'm doing. Rock and it's like sad rock rap, dark as well, but some parts of the song I kind of rap in it.
So if it's a little
Can you hand me your
sad,
phone, please?
just let us know if you ever need like
Will you sign in
sound
real quick?
clips,
Will you sign in real quick?
like loops of someone wailing, like, cause I'm crazy at that. Like, check this out. Oh, oh, oh. If you ever need a beat like that, if you ever need a beat like, oh, 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 just hit me up, alright?
I'd like
Just
to
hit
play
me up.
us. I'd like to play us a sample. I can't do this anymore. I'd like to play us a sample. I'd like to play us a sample.
Can I have a piece of that bread?
Of course.
Thank you.
I've taken a bite out of it.
That's okay.
Oh, I may have taken a bite out of that.
I don't think you took a bite out of it.
I don't
I
mind.
think you just like
I'm
ripped
going to
them
play a
asunder with
sample
your
from
claw.
one of Lucas's songs. That's an advertisement. What are your opinions on advertising, Lucas?
They make money.
I'm going to play a sample from one of Lucas's songs.
But you spend money to get the advertising slot. I don't really buy it.
This is from Lucas's new track, John Kramer. I'm sorry, the hemp stuff is overtook me.
Home invasion was persuasive. From 9 to 5, I know it's they. Dreams and living life like rappers do.
No, wait, but John Kramer's 2 parts. My favorite part is the second part.
Oh, I like part 2. Incredible.
Yeah.
Now tell me, who's John Kramer?
John Kramer is a fictional character from the movie series Saw. And he is the one who makes all the traps in that series.
Do you consider yourself as someone who makes a lot of traps?
I make traps in my songs. People get sunk into it and enjoy the listen.
This is my favorite part of your John Kramer song.
General relativity is a physics theory invented by Albert Einstein. General relativity is just a fancy 20th century name for gravity, the force that pulls stuff to the ground and keeps the planets in orbit around the sun. General relativity is the idea that gravity...
dying.
For real. This one almost made me tolerate music for a moment.
It almost killed me.
You guys are goofballs. And I like that.
Well, thank you for watching. Mukbang! Mukbang! Anything else you'd like to say?
Thank you guys so much for having me on.
No
I
problem.
had a great time, and you guys are fucking phenomenal.
You too.
Mukbang!
John Kramer.
Mukbang! John Kramer.